Hey guys, Tony here. This video I wanted to talk about a little bit more about the year, the comeback, and why I see the Miami Dolphins being a playoff team in this year's field. I think Miami can make the jump over teams like Baltimore and San Diego, aka LA, and some others. It all has to do with the year, the comeback, because before I said in the year of Super Bowl 53 that comeback equals 53, pass the torch when we're talking about Tom Brady to Andrew Luck, or Luck of the Colts, as I talked about before, the ongoing narratives of this football season. But here's why Ryan Tannehill got hurt, and I think they're due for some payback. It is Dolphins that equals 97. It is injury that equals 97. There were 97 prior seasons to last year's 98th NFL season. This is why, Ryan Tannehill ultimately got hurt. Because Ryan Tannehill's name equals the simple gematria value of 153, because it's got 53 contained in it, I think Ryan Tannehill's return from injury is going to be another narrative for the year, the comeback. We see Ryan Tannehill, we see Aaron Rodgers, we see Andrew Luck emerge from the shadows onto the scene again in this NFL season. Ryan Tannehill's birthday is on July the 27th of 1988. The amount of time from his birthday to the start of the season is 41 days. I find that worth noting because it is Tannehill that equals 41. I think the Dolphins are a good pick to make the playoffs this season. Outside of the running back position, the quarterback position, they seem to have a pretty solid pass rush with Cameron Wake and some of those guys on the defensive line. They seem to be pretty scary, and they went 6-10 last year without Ryan Tannehill. I know Miami's nothing special, but nonetheless, they're still a playoff team with Ryan Tannehill in there. If he's playing this year, then I think they can return to the playoffs again. The Super Bowl is going to be played on the 34th day. It's worth noting that the 16th season, the 18th season add up to 34. So I think Miami's going to be a team to make the wild card in the AFC this season. Of course, they're not going to win the division this year. That would be such a stretch. But it has to do a lot with the year of the comeback. This is why, injury equaling 34. His birthday, July the 27th, adding up to 34. Career statistics. 106 touchdowns. It is prophecy that equals 106. 52 prior Super Bowls. Just that he's going to make his return, and the pundits will talk this guy up like he separates the Dolphins from winning if he's not playing in the game. So I think there's a narrative, a playoff narrative for Miami to make the playoffs with Tannehill back. Ryan Tannehill's return, from injury. It's all lining up with the 97 here. Funny how that's working out. Tannehill's return equals 75. I think Indianapolis Colts equals 75. That's the team that I had to win the Super Bowl. Indianapolis Colts, I think, equals 75. Yes, it does. So I think there's something to it. I think why? Because there's 41 days from Tannehill's birthday to the first game of the season. It's Super Bowl, that equals 41. So just some things lining up for Ryan Tannehill this year. Now, I want you to show you something else too. We're talking about the start of the NFL season on September the 6th, and that date, that time frame from that day to the Super Bowl and what it's going to reveal for the upcoming season. There is a time span of 150 days when you include the end day. Here in the gematria calculator, funny enough, the year of luck equals 150 in gematria. The year of luck equals 150. 150 days from the start of the season to, you guessed it, February the 3rd. That's not coincidental. I think it's going to be a sign that this is the year of Andrew Luck this season. But I wanted to show you something else too. We include the end day. It's 151 days from September the 6th to February the 3rd. Now, what is significant about this is that in gematria, it is the Patriots that equals 151 and 52. 151 days from September the 6th to the day of the Super Bowl, the start of the NFL season. Does that mean it's going to be the Patriots? And the answer to that question is going to be no. I think this is a bogus coded script to think that it's going to be New England. Sort of what was coded a couple years back for the Indianapolis Colts. What goes around comes around. So the key here is to not include the end date, and I think you've got your 150 year of the comeback connection, because it is retire that equals 75. It is Indianapolis Colts that equals 75. You know, Tom Brady's last game. Tom Brady's last game equals 60. Indianapolis equals 60. And as I've said before, that the year of luck equals 60 in gematria. Tom Brady's last game, Indianapolis passing the torch. This is all starting to line up, so I think you can't go wrong if you don't include the end date. Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins to make the playoffs. What the riddle of the season reveals. September the 6th of 2018. You know, the year 18, what do you think about with the year 18 is number 18 for Indianapolis, right? Remember that Indiana equals 34. The 34th day is February the 3rd. Yes, it's all starting to line up. And for a good reason.